Stroll is basically the weak link in Aston Martin right now, and he's causing some serious trouble. Fans have been urging Lance Stroll to make a difficult decision regarding his son, Lance Stroll, and consider removing him from the team following a disappointing performance at the Monaco Grand Prix. Aston Martin is desperately trying to establish itself as a top contender in Formula 1, and Stroll's poor performance is not helping their case. However, Lance Stroll has been given a clear mission by his father Lawrence for the upcoming race at their home track, to bring both Aston Martins onto the podium. It's a big challenge, but the Strolls are determined to make a statement in front of their home crowd. According to Lance Stroll, he feels like there's a significant group of people who fail to acknowledge and appreciate his Formula 1 career achievements based on his personal circumstances. Despite his success thus far, he believes he doesn't receive the credit he deserves. Today, we're diving into a hot topic that's been buzzing around the paddock. Will Lance Stroll be fired? Is time up for the Canadian driver? Let's discuss. Stroll has been tagged as a paid driver for a big chunk of his career because, well, his dad Lawrence has been the one funding his journey through the junior ranks. Then, after his stint with Williams, Lawrence led a group of investors and brought him to Team Silverstone, which we now know as Racing Point. Fast forward to today, Lawrence is the team's owner, which has transformed into Aston Martin, and Lance is starting his 5th season there, now paired up with Fernando Alonso for the first time in 2023. After securing a podium finish in only his 8th Formula 1 appearance in Baku in 2017, Stroll made headlines again by becoming the youngest driver ever to start from the front row of the grid at Monza that same year. It was a remarkable achievement for the young driver early in his career. Following his move to Racing Point in 2019, Stroll made a significant impact by securing his first Formula 1 pole position in a rain-affected qualifying session at the 2020 Turkish Grand Prix. Throughout that season, he also achieved 2 podium finishes, one in Italy and another in Sakir, showcasing his potential and earning praise from fans and experts. Despite facing a pre-season bike accident, Stroll displayed tremendous resilience and determination by finishing in an impressive 6th place in the 2023 season opener in Bahrain. However, it is worth noting that in recent weeks, his teammate, the experienced 2-time world champion Fernando Alonso, has consistently outperformed him on the track. This disparity in performance has been evident, raising questions about Stroll's ability to match Alonso's pace and results. Lance Stroll expressed his enjoyment of working with Fernando Alonso this season, highlighting the positive dynamics between them. However, he acknowledged that their current relationship is quite different from when he was just 12 years old. Speaking with F1.com, Lance Stroll said, "I wouldn't say we had a relationship back when I was 12. I was just a fanboy. But yeah, there's a great dynamic in the team at the moment. I definitely enjoy working alongside him. He's incredibly talented, knowledgeable, experienced, and hungry to get the most out of himself every day. I have a huge amount of respect for him because he's been doing that for a long time." He added, he's been at the top of his game for, how many years has he been in F1 now? Like, I don't know, more than 20 years? So I think just to see that determination and focus and motivation every day, I have a lot of respect for that. And yeah, we have a great synergy in the team and the car's been really nice to drive. I think we've been having a great relationship and the sense that we're both trying to get more out of the car every weekend. Given that Stroll's father Lawrence is the owner of the Aston Martin team, the support and assistance provided by his teammate Fernando Alonso has caught the attention of many observers this year. During the race in Baku, Alonso was even heard offering advice to Stroll through the team radio, recommending adjustments to the car's brake balance. This gesture highlighted Alonso's willingness to aid his new teammate and demonstrated his commitment to grooming Stroll for a potential leadership role within the team in the long run. The 41-year-old veteran driver expressed his intention to prepare Stroll for a future where he could take charge of the team. "I know that I will be in the sport for a few more years, but not many, and he will lead the team for the next 10 or 15 years, so I hope I can help Lance in the next few years," he said. Despite their competitive nature on the track, there is a remarkable camaraderie between Fernando Alonso, the oldest driver on the grid at 41, and his teammate Lance Stroll, who is 24 years old. Alonso has been an unwavering source of support for Stroll, even going as far as referring to him as a hero following his impressive 6th place finish in the season opener in Bahrain. This achievement was particularly noteworthy considering the severe injuries Stroll had sustained in a cycling accident during the pre-season. Following the conclusion of the exciting Spanish Grand Prix in 2023, Aston Martin finds itself in a commendable third position in the Formula One standings, having accumulated a total of 134 points. With an impressive 99 points to his name, Alonso has showcased his experience and skill by securing an impressive 5 podium finishes in the first 7 races of the season. On the other hand, Lance Stroll, Aston Martin's young driver, has contributed just 35 points to the team's overall tally. While he has shown flashes of potential, his best finish so far was a respectable 4th place in Melbourne. However, compared to Alonso's remarkable performances, Stroll's contributions have been relatively modest. When comparing Aston Martin's performance to the dominant teams of Red Bull and Mercedes, the gap in points between the two drivers is significantly large. In order to secure higher positions in the championship standings and challenge the leading teams, it is essential for both drivers at Aston Martin to step up their game. Their combined efforts will be crucial in narrowing the margin and solidifying Aston Martin's position among the front runners in the championship battle. Considering that Ferrari and Mercedes are Aston Martin's main competitors for the second place in the Constructors' Championship, as Red Bull has already pulled ahead, Stroll's inconsistent performance is a concerning statistic, with both Ferrari and Aston Martin consistently performing well and their drivers scoring points at a reliable rate. Stroll's patchy form could cost the team millions of dollars when the prize money is distributed after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Stroll is currently undergoing a significant mindset shift in his approach to racing. Throughout his career, he has primarily been fighting in the midfield, with occasional appearances in Q3 qualifying sessions. However, racing in the midfield and aiming for sporadic strong finishes is a different challenge compared to competing for pole positions and constantly aiming for podium finishes. While consistently securing positions between 6th and 10th in the tightly contested midfield battle is commendable and would secure a respectable position in the Constructors' Championship, it falls short in the intense battle at the front of the grid. The difference in performance can be crucial and could mean the distinction between second place in the Constructors' Championship and settling for 4th. This level of performance is not sufficient for a team like Aston Martin that aspires to climb the ranks and achieve its lofty ambitions, while Alonso, in the same car, is consistently achieving podium finishes as the second best car on the grid. Stroll should be in close proximity and occasionally ahead. However, the reality is that Stroll is currently 0-7 in both qualifying and races, with the exception of his retirement in Saudi Arabia due to a car issue. Despite Aston Martin's lackluster performance in the recent Spanish Grand Prix, which was considered one of their least competitive weekends so far this season, team owner Lance Stroll remains optimistic and sets high ambitions for the upcoming race. He is focused on his son's success and aims for Lance Stroll to achieve his first podium finish of the campaign. Those are exactly the plans. Hopefully, get 2 cars on the podium, Stroll told Reuters. I'm extremely confident. I believe the car will be very strong around the Montreal circuit. It suits our car well, so I'm really looking forward to going home and really looking forward to a great race, Lawrence said. Regarding Lance Stroll, he achieved a significant milestone in Spain by finishing ahead of Fernando Alonso for the first time this season, crossing the line in 6th place with the home crowd cheering him on. Stroll made a promise over the team radio that he would not attempt to overtake his teammate, and he kept his word. Lawrence Stroll also mentioned that the team plans to address any weaknesses in the AMR 23 car by introducing potential upgrades at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the upcoming race. He expressed confidence that his son is gradually catching up to his teammates' performance and believes that by the end of the season, they will be on equal footing. Despite the challenges, Stroll remains confident about his future with the team. However, the stark contrast between his performance and Alonso's exceptional form serves as a significant reality check for any Grand Prix driver. Alonso has a reputation for outperforming his teammates, making the disparity between the two even more evident. Aston Martin needs Stroll to raise his game significantly to address the substantial performance gap between the drivers. Otherwise, they may face uncomfortable questions regarding this discrepancy, which could ultimately have negative consequences for the team's overall success. In conclusion, the future looks uncertain for Lance Stroll. As the worst performing teammate and with the pressure mounting, his position within the team hangs in the balance. The Montreal Grand Prix will be a critical test for him. Can he turn the tide and secure his place on the team? Or will this race mark the beginning of the end for him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That's it for today's discussion. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more Formula 1 updates. We'll be closely following Lance Stroll's journey, so stay tuned. Until next time, take care and happy racing.